Hey everyone, it's Kaylee here, and today I'm sharing a layout and process video for day 24 of my Scraplift a Day series here on YouTube. I've added the link to Rebecca's Instagram in the description below. Please do go and check out her take on today's lift over on Instagram. Today's lift is in the top right hand corner, and I've also added the link in the description below so you can go and check it out and scrap lift along with us as well. If you do, please do tag me on social media. I would love to see what you have created with today's inspiration. So I've pulled out today the Best Day collection by Pink Fresh Studio. It's got some gorgeous papers and embellishments and florals in this collection. I only bought a few bits of this collection. I didn't buy very much. I think I bought the floral die cuts, the alphas, and the chipboard fleur and the papers. So I didn't get very much, but I thought there's still plenty here to work with. I don't buy Pink Fresh collections at all, really. I love them. I think they look gorgeous, but I don't really have many photos that I'll work with them. So I just don't tend to buy those collections, but I thought I would treat myself to this one for my birthday, just for something different in my albums. So I pulled out this gorgeous pink kind of check plaid paper, and I just thought it was really pretty, and I was going to use that to create my square in the background. But obviously, because my layouts aren't square, I decided to cut mine down to a rectangle instead, to achieve the same look, but obviously on my A4 page. Now the photo that I'm going to be scrapbooking today is one of my daughter Darcy, and this was more of a recent photo from last year. And she just lost her second bottom tooth. Now, I haven't even scrapped her losing her first tooth yet, but I just thought this photo was so cute. She has no bottom teeth, middle two teeth are gone. And she's got the cheekiest little smile on her face because she was so excited that the tooth fairy was coming to see her and leave her £1 for her tooth. So what I'm doing now is I'm layering in some florals to create some clusters to the top left hand corner and the bottom right hand corner of my photo, just like on the original layout. I am going the florals, should I say, they're from the die cut pack. I also fussy cut some pink glasses from one of the pattern papers, and because this is a Darcy layout, I thought they look really cute just resting in with the florals. I've added one of the chipboard fleur which says love this. And kind of that's where I'm going so far with this page. I thought what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick down my pattern paper because I want to do some hand stitching just like on the original layout. Now, I'm not sure if it was hand stitching or machine stitching, but I decided to go for some hand stitching on mine. So I've distressed the edges of my pattern paper, and I'm going to stick that down as close to the centre as I can get. And I really love this really chunky white border around the kind of the pattern paper in the middle. It's kind of like a layout within a layout. And I really like that look. So I'm going to draw some pencil lines in first. This is just so that I can get a straight line ready for poking my holes to do some hand stitching. So I'm going to do a straight line down each edge of this pattern paper, and it's not perfect, but that's fine by me. You know, when you're doing these projects, they are handmade, so they are meant to look handmade. They don't need to be perfect. You know, perfection definitely isn't required in scrapbooking. But I do like to have my lines straight, so that's why I'm using my ruler. I do like a straight line. I think it would really bug me if my lines were kind of skew with and wonky, so I do like a straight line. But I mean, the distance from the edge of the pattern paper isn't the same on each side, but that's fine for me. So I'm just drawing in those lines, and I'm going to use these as my guide to poke some holes. And then once I've poked my holes, I will erase the pencil line, so then you can't see that through the thread, because I'm going to go for a white thread. So I'm just poking my holes here using my pokey tool, and this is a really old pokey tool, but I seem to keep going back to it because it's kind of my favourite, really, even though I've got a few other pokey tools, but I do prefer this older one. And now I'm going to come in with my stitching. I did skip forward because I didn't think you needed to see me poke all of the holes around this rectangle. And I'm just going to keep in a little portion of me doing some hand stitching, and I'm using a back stitch, which is really easy to do. I do like this kind of stitch on my layouts, and I've only used, I think, 2 strands of thread. Just because I wanted it to be a subtle detail. I didn't want it to be a huge thing that really popped. I just wanted to add that little bit of texture and that really little detail to the background. So my stitching now is all done. It didn't take me very long to just stitch around this rectangle. I have done some bigger stitching projects in the past that have took me a long time, but little details like this really don't take that long at all. And now I'm going to come back in with some embellishments and layer them back in. I have switched a few out whilst I was off camera, and switched them out for different ones. I'm just going to pop them all back in to where I want them to go. I'm really loving how this is coming together now. I'm loving these big clusters, kind of on a diagonal, going through my photo. I have brought in some Bramble Fox gold hearts from my stash, and that's just to bring another pop of gold on this page, because the kind of the yellow of the leaves and on the florals is kind of that goldy yellow. So I felt like gold was kind of the perfect metallic to bring into this page. So now just sticking things down, and I'm going to commit to those clusters. I use this really big floral die cut because I wasn't sure how I'd use it because it is very large. I did consider maybe cutting it up into smaller ones, but this layout was actually perfect for a large die cut like this. Now I'm coming in with my title, and I've pulled out the navy letters from the alphabets, and I've decided to go for Hello Toothless as my title. And I fussy cut the word hello, from one of the die cuts that I'd cut. I think I'd cut it in half on a previous project, and the word hello was still visible, so I fussy cut that out to use as part of my title for this page. And I really like that. I think it works for the story. I just love this photo of her. You know, she's got the biggest, cheekiest grin, and now she's hardly any teeth left. It's even cheekier. But yeah, no, I really love it. I did decide to bring in another Bramble Fox heart. I've currently got 2 on the page, and I felt like I needed just one more just to balance it out a little bit. So I'm sticking down the word hello first, and then I'm going to come in with another Bramble Fox heart and a few little scattering bits and pieces as well. But I do need to stick down these hearts first. I think I haven't stuck those down yet. So I'm going to attach those, one to the right hand side and one on the left, and then I'll bring in, like I said, one more, and I'm going to tuck that in with the bottom like floral cluster, and I really like how that looks. I think it just helps kind of finish that bit of the page off. And it balances out those gold hearts as well by adding 3 to the page. I am going to bring in some gold sequins, and these are just from my stash, and I'm going to tuck those into the clusters as well, just for an extra pop of sparkle. And I really love how that looks. They're kind of just peeking out from behind the florals. Darcy has come in there. She loves my sequins, and she's been known as well in past videos to pinch quite a few of them out of my pot. Yeah, she loves scrapbooking with me as well, so she's usually around doing her own crafty projects whilst I'm doing mine. And she does like to make a little appearance in some of my videos sometimes, especially when she sees the sparkly things on my desk. So I'm bringing in now that third Bramble Fox heart, and I'm going to tuck it underneath this floral so it's just peeking out from the bottom. And I definitely think that helps kind of balance it out. Just having the two hearts made it feel a bit off for me. Definitely sometimes the rule of three does make an appearance on my pages. I'm going to finish off this layout with some gold splatters using Jen Hadfield Gold Mist. I absolutely love this mist, and it adds that lovely sparkle to a layout. So here's my finished page. I'm really pleased with how this one turned out. Don't forget to check out Rebecca's take on today's scrap lift, and I will be back tomorrow with another lift. Thank you for watching. Bye.